Micronesia for 85 years. Matson, celebrating 25 years of commitment to Guam, Micronesia, and the CNMI. Cars Plus Finish Line Express is now open at Cars Plus in Mighty. The state-of-the-art car wash is now open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
One week since Typhoon Mawar hit, 1 week now in recovery. When will it start to get better? Hafa day and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz, coming to you from our satellite studio at ITNE. FEMA is calling on residents hit hard by the storm to register with them at 1-800-621-3362 or visit disasterassistance.gov.
When applying for assistance, you are asked to have a current phone number, address at the time of the disaster and the address where you are now staying, social security number, list of damage and losses, banking information if you choose direct deposit, and if insured, the policy number and the agent and or the company name.
Survivors may be eligible to receive assistance for uninsured and underinsured damage and losses resulting from Typhoon Mawar. If you have homeowners, renters, or flood insurance, you should be able to file a claim as soon as possible. FEMA cannot duplicate benefits for losses covered by insurance, but if your policy does not cover all disaster expenses, you may be eligible for federal assistance. Disaster assistance may include financial help with temporary lodging and home repairs, as well as other disaster-related expenses.
Some helpful tips to get you going. And the American Red Cross also has distribution sites across the island and continue feeding those in need. Now to our Eye on Recovery team coverage. Jolene Hernandez speaks with a woman who lost so much from Mawar.
Here in another part of Dededo, where neighborhoods have been deeply affected by Typhoon Mawar, houses to both my left and my right have all been destroyed. And I'm speaking with one of the families here who is willing to speak on their side of the story and what happened to them. And with me, I have Miss Julie Gogui and her mother, Doris Gogui, right here. This is more than just a roof over your head.
Yeah, and he's not here to rebuild or to even help my mom. It's just mainly us females that are here, and then my brother, my other brother, my youngest, works a full-time job. So I try not to bother him until he's off. My brother here, he has his youngest daughter, 7 years old. And even just at that, it's like, what do I do? I mean, yes, I can probably do the apron, but I can't go up there myself. I'm scared of heights. So I have to wait until my oldest brother's available. And he's the one that actually is my mom's right hand after my dad. Yeah.
You said that you did talk to the mayor. Did they ever give you information? Have you contacted FEMA or American Red Cross?
Yeah, we have. She's applied for the FEMA. Red Cross came, took pictures, and then told my brother to tell her to call 1-800. He's not sure about the rest. He's probably busy trying to do some things around here, but we keep telling him don't touch anything. You have to wait until they come and, assess it.
Again, those affected by the storm can register with FEMA for help at 1-800-621-3362 or visit disasterassistance.gov.
Well, the suffering is real, tough at times, as we are out there connecting with many of you still trying to survive after the aftermath of Typhoon Mawar. Hang in there. That's all we could say to the people who are standing in long lines at the laundromat.
We're here at 24-hour laundromat in MTM as residents across the island are still left without power and water. The line is wrapping around this laundromat because people just want to go home with clean clothes. I'm joined by Santa Rita resident Tony Cruz.
Yes.
Sir, how long have you been waiting in line?
It's about maybe 4 hours.
4 hours.
I've been here even last night. I couldn't even wash my clothes.
Wow. And as I mentioned, you are from Santa Rita, so you
Yes.
had to make the travel all the way up here. And as we know, gas lines are so long.
It's so long that I have to limit my travel. But what can I do? The clothes are so wet. And even my house is broken. I'll be honest to you. Who wants to see my house? You're welcome. It stinks. It's dirty. It's unlivable. Okay?
So that, I'm so sorry to hear, first and foremost. So having that, your house situation, and then the gas, and then no power, no water, having to come all the way up here,
Yes.
how does this make you feel? How does this make you feel?
Makes me feel that I hope our leaders come out here and see the problem of what the people are going through. And let's try to help them, irregardless what party is it. Okay? We need to help every one of these people in the island. They're in pain, they're in stress, name it, you call it Toyota. I'm making a joke because I don't want them to be stressed. I want them to smile like nothing happened. But I know they're in stress with all this kind of problem. Huh? I want them to be out here. Look what the people going through. Please. Not for myself, at least for the other people. The homeless, the hungry people, and the people that home that destroyed by this typhoon.
Well, many of the island's most vulnerable are still picking up the pieces 1 week later.
Our Manamco at St. Dominic's Senior Care Home in Vergara Heights are safe. The staff there putting themselves directly in the line of danger to protect our seniors during the storm. Mitsuki Hirayama has more.
These are all the personal items that are left from our Manamco here at St. Dominic's Senior Care Home in the aftermath of Typhoon Mawar. All the supplies gone. Joining here with me is Acting Administrator Kate Keisling. How are you doing today?
We're hanging in. We're very lucky that all 33 of our patients that are here are alive and well and stable. I had 17 staff members shelter here with me. We were here for 3 days straight. No one left, just caring for our elders. It was incredibly harrowing. Our storm shutters ripped off, solar panels came down, so we're very lucky to be alive.
Right, I heard some of the story, a little portion of the heroics that you guys went through, protecting our Manamco here, staying here throughout the storm. And can you just walk me through some of the damages that you guys felt right in the height of the storm?
So initially, we sheltered patients in rooms. It's the safest place to keep them. Unfortunately, as you can see on these windows, our latches literally blew off and opened up completely. We sheltered everyone back into the central column as it's the safest place, and then our shutters tore off there as well. Solar panels came flying off the roof, so we evacuated to our other wing. We lost more there, evacuated them back here, and eventually ended up utilizing our 10-bed ward, which is an overflow area that we don't typically use.
And you mentioned there are 33 elderly here. How are they doing? Are they okay?
Everyone's okay. I have one staff member who literally used her body to block debris after a window flew open at one of our patients. We're just incredibly lucky no one is hurt or passed. We're very lucky to all be alive right now.
You're right, and I'm so glad they're safe. And earlier, off camera, you did mention to me that FEMA came by and we saw some of those boxes. Can you just explain what supplies you guys were able to get?
Yes, FEMA has been amazing. They've come in and they've delivered drinking water for us. We also have Jennifer Cruz from GRMC during the height of the storm. Her team was influential in making sure that we got the help that we needed, advocating for us. Our water tank went down. She was here advocating for us. So we're just eternally grateful for the hospitals and them advocating for us up here on the hill.
And it seems like for now the senior care home is up and running.
Yes, we're operational right now. We're a 60-bed facility, and unfortunately, the majority of our rooms look like this, heavily water damaged. We have 34 that are unlivable at the moment, so we're trying to get volunteers in to bleach the walls. We already had a number of people come from Anderson Air Force Base and the Navy base too, off time during Memorial Day to help us.
And you also mentioned that your supply room is gone. All the supplies are gone. Is there any way that our community can help out?
Yes, absolutely. We're looking for shampoo, conditioner, body soap, disposable cups, styrofoam ones, disposable trays, bleach, mops, everything everyone's kind of looking for on island right now.
Well, hopefully if you guys will like to donate and help out our Manamco here at St. Dominic Senior Care Home, is there a number that they can call, or they can just come by here?
Yeah, so unfortunately our phone lines are still down. So what you can do is come out front and just leave them there. We are collecting supplies from the community at this time, so anything people can give is a huge help for us.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Kate, and I hope
you.
you guys all here get the help you guys need.
Thank you.
Senators have passed an emergency funding measure that would provide $50 million to the governor for typhoon recovery.
Civil Defense Administrator Charles Estevez tried to reassure lawmakers that help is on the way to our struggling community. But Speaker Therese Terlahi is not convinced it's coming fast enough.
You know, we're working to provide them with as much resources that they need. And so I wasn't here the first day. I don't know what was said in this body, but you know, I'm in daily contact with the Mayor's Council of Guam.
I would like to ask you to please watch the video of the mayor in here on day one, because you need to do your paperwork in order to help the villagers who don't have water. Then I just think your plan is a complete failure, and I can't believe that a plan was written to be a failure like that. So I haven't read your 500-page plan, but hopefully the plan is better than what we have seen.
Senator Amanda Shelton said earlier today she would try to add her bill to provide $500 to direct typhoon recovery assistance to all those who filed taxes in 2021. The senator calling for another emergency session to take up her bill.
However, senators recessed without discussing the measure.
A quarter of Guam is back on island power. Guam Power Authority crews still at it, trying to get us the electricity needed to get us out of the dark.
It's tough to get much of the cleanup done without it. Cleaning up is why federal officials are on island, doing with the help of mayors and other businesses. Mitsuki Hirayama has more.
Do It Guam is providing assistance to FEMA, and here with me is Rex Valerio, the Director of Operations. Rex, so can you tell me in what capacity will Do It be providing assistance to FEMA?
Well, Do It provides delivery services, pickup and delivery. So we've been picking up FEMA goods from the airport, from Anderson, and delivering it to the warehouse. And we've also started delivering to the schools and shelters, along with the mayor's offices. So we have constant trucks running all day. And actually, as a matter of fact, we are also assisting with delivering to the airport for a road emission. So road emissions a couple times a day.
So it sounds like you guys have already started making these deliveries. What is your plan for where you guys are, how you guys are determining where to send these deliveries to?
Well, we've actually been in contact with FEMA before Typhoon Mawar hit land. But FEMA will direct us on where to go and when to take them, right? So our connection, the core at FEMA is Bill Polis, and he does a very good job at directing us where to go and where the manpower is needed.
And what are some of these supplies that you guys were able to deliver so far?
Generators, water, MREs, buckets from Red Cross, the comfort kits from Red Cross. So it's a full gambit of items that people need to kind of just get by until we're back to normal.
All right. And in the meantime, for the communities out there who haven't been able to receive this supplies yet, do you have any advice for them as they wait for these commodities?
Well, obviously the first thing is, we're all in it together, be patient, but keep in contact with the mayor's office, because the mayor's office is kind of what directs FEMA and what their needs are. And then we go there and deliver kind of what FEMA tells us to do. So.
All right, thank you so much, Rex, and please hang in there for the supplies.
More than 2,000 people so far have registered with FEMA's disasterassistance.gov or called them at 1-800-621-3362.
But for many of you, the help just isn't coming as quickly as expected. Earlier today, we caught up with the governor's communications director, Crystal Pacos and Augustine.
How do we get now?
How do we get done?
Not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow. Our people need it now. Like I was saying, the longer we wait to clean up, the more hazards we're posing to our people. Talking about health hazards, environmental hazards, but also we're trying to mitigate issues like illegal dumping is another thing. Why our green waste sites need to be managed with security to avoid illegal dumping. So what are we going to do with all this trash? Again, I cannot say thank you enough on behalf of the Leon Guerrero administration to our mayors. Our mayors, thank you so much for being among our frontliners within the villages, leading the recovery efforts within their villages, being the first place our residents call, and also many of them are using their facilities as
real quick. I didn't want to interrupt you, Chris, but you hear the sirens here behind us. That's the police car escorting fuel trucks, tanker trucks, because they need to get them to the sites because we had distribution issues early on.
No longer is distribution an issue. The chief of police reported to me yesterday, and within a 24-hour period, they were able to do about 26 escorts for the fuel trucks. And the reason why, one, it's safety, get them through traffic as well, but also means we can transport trucks at night. And that means we're constantly providing fuel to the gas station so that you at home can get it to where you need it to be.
All I have to say, Chris, just to wrap things up for the people that we've been out there talking to since day one of recovery on the ground is, please help us get all of this done ASAP. They need it. They need it now.
Absolutely. And again, FEMA, if you're one among the many who were left displaced because of Typhoon Mawar, if you need financial help, that's here. That help is here. FEMA is on the ground, boots on the ground. You have the phone numbers. You have the FEMA app. And again, we're going to be announcing those disaster recovery centers. If you don't want to go to a disaster recovery center, what's secondary to that is they have the field workers who go house to house. And those will also be announced very, very shortly. We look forward to working.
Will they have any specific markings, jackets, identification?
Absolutely, and I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
Again, those will be deployed to the villages, but we're going to set up that disaster recovery centers north, central, and south for residents who want to physically come in. We'll work with our mayors partners. FEMA's meeting every day with our mayors, so we can secure these sites, so we can figure out what the needs are. Because every village is different. We are all hurt differently. North, of course, taking the brunt of the storm closest to the eye, and our south is historically flooding. And so we're working around the clock. We still have hundreds of people in our shelters, American Red Cross among our support. We have U.S. Army Corps of Engineers also here. They've already made their visits to our Guam Memorial Hospital. And so there's a lot of help here. People of Guam, I think the number one issue right now is getting the water restored, the power restored, the telecoms restored, and those efforts are aggressively underway.
Hey. Needs to come soon, faster.
Thank you.
Our full interview with Crystal, Talking Cleanup and More, is up now on KUAM's Facebook and YouTube channel.
A reminder, you can register with FEMA again by calling 1-800-621-3362 or visit disasterassistance.gov. Now to the latest on recovery efforts in Rota. Here's regional correspondent Tomas Menglonia.
CNMI Governor Arnold Palacios and Rota Mayor Aubrey Hokog recently conducted an assessment of Typhoon Mawar's aftermath on a military helicopter with FEMA as crews work on the ground to clear old roads and pick up debris. The latest update from CUC indicates that more than 90% of residents have power amid a boil water notice. Rota Mayor Aubrey Hokog is also opening a green waste disposal area around the Sinapalo baseball field daily from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They also want to mitigate the spread of the rhino beetle. Meanwhile, the CNMI Public School System Board convened Wednesday in an emergency session. They waived 5 days of missed school for Tinian and Saipan and 6 days of school for Rota because of the storm. By law, kids should be in school for at least 180 days of a school year. One member is concerned about repeated learning loss.
That's a lot of days, and knowing that we've gone through, past storms and the pandemic, that we've lost a lot of learning loss for our students in such a way. So this is the kind of thing that I also want to venture in, maybe later to look at and see how we can, be a little bit more aggressive in trying to make these kind of decisions before it actually occurs.
Another board member says the days leading up to a storm's approach are critical for families to prepare.
I think Superintendent Sotomayor taught us a really important lesson. Even if things seem clear, even if the weather seems okay, if we are in typhoon condition 2 or 1, I think families need to prepare. We need to create that time and space and opportunity for them to be able to prepare and be safe and not have to worry about logging into an online class.
The CNMI Public School System provides primary community shelters on campuses in times of emergency. The board member from Rota also expressed concern over communication from the Commissioner of Education.
I just want to get this thing out of my system that, Commissioner, please get the board informed, no matter what kind of emergency. It is just some few minutes or a few seconds to call the chair and say, Chair, this is the plan. And then the chair needs to constantly keep the communication with the board members so that we understand.
Tomas Manglonia, KUAM News, Saipan.
Our road to recovery has been rather slow, but we'll get there together.
That's right. This plus more places are opening up. It's places to shop and escape the heat for those still without power.
Agana Shopping Center is finally open amidst all of the heartbreak and loss from Typhoon Mawar. It's a place for many of the island residents to come and find some comfort. I'm joined now by Reese Espinosa, Promotions Coordinator here at ASC. Well, first and foremost, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just fine, thank you. You know, of course, with the circumstances, I couldn't be more happier.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And as we stated, it's buzzing around here. There's so many people. It looks almost as if we're back to normal here at Agana Shopping Center. So first and foremost, I just wanted to ask you, what, if any, damage did ASC sustain from Typhoon Mawar?
Right. So we're very lucky to have sustained minor damage. I mean, some of the damage you might be able to see outside our shopping center. And as for inside, we did have some minor leaks, but nothing too major where we couldn't start operating fully. I mean, we actually even kind of opened up right after the next day after Typhoon. So yeah, I mean, even with all that, so we're just really, blessed and happy that we're still able to open up, even though with some of the leaks or some of the damages that was sustained outside.
Definitely, and that's also thanks to the tireless work of the team here at ASC. So I wanted to ask you too, how does it feel to be open and to provide a sense of comfort to the island's residents, especially because people are still without power and water across the island?
Absolutely. I just want to say we're so happy. We are happy that we're able to open up our doors and tell the community that they can come inside, enjoy. I mean, I know it's not full blast aircon, but at least it's not full blast hot. They can come in, enjoy the AC that we have, of the outlets that we have here. You can see everyone charging up, and we all just can see that our island is, really struggling. I mean, there was the communication thing that made it impossible. People's phones were dying. So I'm glad that we're able to provide that for them, a space to come in and seek shelter, to charge their phones, and I guess to also kind of see other people, right? Like to kind of get that sense of normalcy.
Right. And community, and that's a beautiful thing to also invite the entire island here, if they can come and charge their phones and just enjoy the aircon like you said. And I also wanted to ask, is ASC still fully operational? Can people come in at normal hours? What does that look like?
Absolutely. So currently, as of right now, with of course everything's happening, we are open, fully operational, where our hours are business as usual, which is Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then Sunday we close. We open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So fully operational. A lot of our stores are open here, and actually, what was kind of crazy to me was a lot of people were going after the food. So I'm so happy that we could provide food and beverage for them here, because a lot of families don't have water or stuff to cook at home. So I'm happy that our space is open, fully operational for them to come and enjoy that.
Definitely, and we are happy to hear it too. So again, if you guys are interested in heading on down to Agana Shopping Center, please come on. You can charge your phones, get a bite to eat, enjoy the aircon. But for now, thank you, Reese, so much for providing that update.
We've also got the Guam Hotel and Restaurant Association's list of shops open up. Keep in mind, times may change. Also, please share with all hit hard by the storm that they can now register with FEMA by calling 1-800-621-3362 or visit disasterassistance.gov. That's your primetime show. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. We close out the show with a video captured of a Guam police officer keeping kids entertained at the emergency shelters. Stay strong, Guam.
What does it say? Parade rest. This is what parade rest looks like. Okay? Parade rest, you guys gonna be like this, right? You guys look like this? No, I'm gonna say parade rest with your, where's your left leg? This left leg, right? Your left leg. With your left leg, you're gonna open. Left leg, homie, left leg. Your left leg. This way. Okay. Everybody, okay? Stand at attention. Okay, stand at attention. And then I'm going to say parade rest. Here you go. Ready? Let's practice. Parade, rest. Again, parade,